Aha! Now. Okay. Now
Were you muted again?
I was muted again.
There we go. Yeah.
Oh no.
As soon as I hit it,
You're doing
I started talking and I was like, something's wrong.
Oh, totally forgot to remind you.
It's
Darn.
fine, no worries. At least I caught it before we were actually doing the things. But welcome back, everybody. It's been a lovely little break. It's been a week, and we're here at the very end of Pride Month once again with Digimon Restart. A lot has happened, and a lot will happen, and we'll get to recap talking about all of that in due time. But for now, I would like to introduce myself and all of my lovely players. I am your host and digital master, Didi. Here to cause problems for people, but when I'm not causing problems for my players, I am normally doing music stuff or talking about giant robots and tabletop games. I can be found at most places as Alphabet Sauce, such as on Twitter and Blue Sky and likes, or as Planless Dan on my YouTube. Now, let me see where the D4 of Doom takes me next. Casey, would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Yeah. Hi everyone, I am Casey. I use they, she pronouns, and I'll be playing my beloved child, the wild child Spencer, who loves robots, explosions, hitting sticks with other sticks, and overthrowing governments. And that's me. You can find me on Instagram at maybealter or on maybealter.com.
Perfect. And with that, next we'll have Taryn, please.
Hi, I'm Taryn. You can find me everywhere, like Twitter, Blue Sky, and Instagram at Actual Raptor. Where I will be posting mostly about dinosaurs and horror. And I'm playing Nico, the little. I've literally forgotten my brain. The the loner. That was it. I was like, there's a word for
Come on, best friend.
Nico, best friend. Nico uses she, they, as do I.
Perfect. Next we'll have Derek, please.
Me. Hi. I am Derek. I will be playing our lovely, impulsive, fighting machine delinquent. I use they, ze, and he pronouns, but Kaiden uses they and he pronouns. Little importance on the they pronouns now, thanks to our lovely wild child giving us a little pep talk. You can find me all across the interwebs at Derek Does RP, which is DERRYKDOESRP. I'm surprised I spelled that as quickly as I did for how awake I am.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
That was very impressive. Yeah.
Or around at also Queers and Spears, which is my own personal AP, which is QUEERSNSPEARS. That is my lovely little gay pocket of the internet where we are currently running a rebellion campaign. But that's where you can find me.
Perfection. And finally, we have Anne, please.
Hello, my name is Anne. My pronouns are she, her, and I will be playing Lucy Mendez, our gentle heart? Question mark? Questionable. Who you also uses she, her pronouns. She. It's not that she's less gentle. She just internalizes a lot of feelings. She's having some big feelings right now. You can find me on Twitter at exo_girlwonder, or yeah, I don't know. Bug me on Discord. You can find me on Discord. You can bug me there. That's it for me.
Perfect. So with that, unless there's something that I've forgotten that I remember partway through session, we will get back into things. So it's been a while, so we're gonna need a bit of a refresher on all of the stuff that's happened recently. So our chosen children, who have been trapped in the digital world for a little while, one of the first things that happened to them when they arrived was that they had their digivices point out in various different directions. What they'd later discover were several crests, symbols that represent who they are and what their journey they're currently on in life, among other things. So they've spent the past few weeks journeying across the world, making friends, stopping enemies, that kind of thing. And most recently, after having defeated the somewhat arrogant and wicked Sorshimon and freeing Breakdramon, or rather Groundramon, from his clutches, all my children now have all of their crests and the digi eggs within them. And if I'm correct, I hope I'm correct about that. My notes lie to me sometimes. But with that, the next leg of the journey is about to begin. And we will start with. Yeah, we'll start with this lovely scene. As everyone. This is probably like the next. You've probably got like a couple of like days to like catch your breath and not worry about things immediately. Your digivices haven't responded too much in a bit, or rather, every time you try to poke to see where the next arrow is pointing, there's like a loading symbol on the Digivice, which is kind of weird. Uh, maybe there's a bad connection down here. Who knows?
We're in the digital world. Shouldn't the Wi-Fi automatically work?
Right? You would think so, right?
So do all of our Digivices have that little tiny T-Rex that we can just play the game with while we wait for the internet connection to come back?
It's like a
Or is it a little
Tyrannomon or
version
an
of our
Agumon or something.
Digimon?
Oh, look
Yeah,
at the
it just
Digimon!
bounces across the screen.
It's a little version of
Yeah.
our Digimon that's just jumping over
Yeah.
cactuses.
Yes, yes.
That's so funny.
Great way to pass the time.
Perfect. So essentially, where would I start? We'll start with, where do you think y'all would be hanging out? Do you think you'd be in the town itself, mingling with the people, or would you be like hanging out more in like Wingdramon and Groundramon's cave that is now they've been reunited?
Ooh.
If it's been a
That
couple
is cool.
days, I feel like one, Kaiden owes Ogremon arm wrestling. I didn't forget that promise. I always keep my promises.
100%.
But also I think Kaiden would probably also hang out with Wingdramon and Groundramon. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
that-
imagine we maybe like sleep and eat in the town, but then every day we go to the cave, we play
Yeah.
in the lake, we go visit the dragons.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, Nico and would Arcadramon now be back to Bambimon? It's been a couple of days.
It's been a couple
Is
days.
he no
He's
longer the tiny
currently-
little?
He's currently still Arcadramon. He's probably like will
Aw.
be back to being Bambimon soon. Oh yes, he's a little baby.
You gotta
His little baby.
feed him. You gotta feed him and stuff.
I
That's
do-
what
I
we
do-
learned.
You
I
can't.
do
They're
put-
not for Christmas. They are for life. You have to feed them constantly.
Yes.
Oh well, at the very least, Nico and Arcadramon would have to be there because Arcadramon's the only one who can
Oh.
understand what they're saying.
I'll
We had
start.
just translated the entire time.
I'll start with the dragons first, and then go to Ogremon. So, on one of your like many kind of like trips back and forth, Nico's definitely there. Whoever else wants to be there can be there. The dragons are weird. As soon as they got reunited again, they're like, you can see they're super, super close. It's very emotional. There's lots of slightly terrifying roars and cries, but they're just, they're just trying to catch up. Wingdramon, the big flying one, is much more serious in general and is trying to be very fussy over his sister. Groundramon is like a giant cat that can breathe fire. Like, you like arrive and there's like a tree that she seems to have pulled out from somewhere and is like kind of chucking around and gnawing into and stuff. As soon as like you enter the cave, she like slams the floor a little bit to shake up the ground just to trip everyone, just because it's funny, kind of thing.
She's so cute. I would die for her.
We almost did.
Yeah, you're correct.
So real.
Arcadramon in your back on like your hoodie, Nico kind of like hops up and is like, Ganmon says hi, and Wingdramon says be careful, and also they're like really big and cool, but I'm bigger and cooler, and Arcadramon has not seemed to have realized that he's very small. Like, he's still in the mentality of, yes, I'm giant creature.
Yeah, you're so big, buddy. You're so huge. It's
It's
great.
Tell him that he's
Did you
small.
see like last time? And then like when there's the drills, now it's like whoa and stopped it.
yeah. She's like holding him literally in her hands. Like, yeah, you did so great. You're so huge. Oh, you'll never be tiny again.
Why are you lying?
She's just looking around at everyone like, don't break this for him. Don't ruin this for him. He needs this. Let him have it.
I think Kaiden's actually at the back of the group for once. Like, the reunion's kind of hitting a little bit. Like, I think everybody else is like 5 to 10 paces before Kaiden.
Naimon kind of like floats like next to you, kind of, and kind of like looks at you like silent, kind of like, you know, the "Are you okay?" kind of thing.
Um, you know, back when I thought you were an imaginary friend, you were kind of thought up because of the divorce. Not saying you were, it's kind of mean, but you, in a way, you were a replacement for my sister. You're
Naimon,
more than that now. But I guess you were the way that I coped with it.
Naimon like looks at you and then looks at the two siblings who are playing, and's like, I know that I was effectively come up with during that time. I can still feel like traces of those like memories and emotions that you had with her, and I know how much she means to you. It's frustrating. I'm used to being able to beat up anything and fix the problem. It's a lot harder
You
to.
can't beat up your feelings.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. Can't push them down forever either. That's, I guess, what I've been doing.
Well, whenever you're able to talk to me about how you're feeling, even from before, maybe you can use that as a practice round before talking to everyone else.
Yeah. Some other people have emotional stuff that's more important to deal with than my past emotions. I'm kind of. It's there. I'm not pushing it down. It's upsetting. But I don't think I'm as in it as I was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, maybe even 7 years ago.
She puts like a hand like on your back. It's slightly wet, unfortunately. She's there like.
That's whatever. I don't have my leather jacket on right now. It's in my bag, so
Perfect.
it's good.
Like, we'll take care of everyone else together, the way we usually do. But don't think your feelings aren't important just because there's other stuff going on too. Okay?
Important was the wrong word. They're not the priority
Agreed.
in this moment.
Regardless. We'll make sure everyone gets back safe and it's okay. It's been a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
As for everybody else, would as oh, wait a second, I forgot Renamon's here.
Hmm.
Spencer.
I didn't.
More typical, more of the same. Yeah.
Not us always forgetting about Renamon.
Renamon forgets about Renamon.
Renamon.
Like,
Spencer, Spark.
Yes.
So I imagine Spark is like playing in the water, just being a dog and getting like water and mud everywhere. You know, great stuff.
Yeah.
Renamon sort of like almost teleports next to you. Like you have no idea when he appeared. He's just there suddenly. And for the first time, he's not like putting on his very dramatic act of being the world's greatest swordsman. He's kind of relaxing a little bit. Is there like, um, so you've all been here for a while, right?
Yeah. I don't really know how long exactly it's been. It's been a while, yeah.
Then that means this quest that you've been given probably has new objectives at this point. You already have you already have the crest that I gave you, and then all the other ones that the rest of your friends found.
Yeah.
Will you be all right? and kind of like looks at you and everyone else as well, and is like, judging by, I'm not super familiar with humans, but kind of by size and personality, you're all like teenagers and kids, right? You're like my age. This is a big adventure to be going on.
Yeah, the other ones are all a little bit older than me. I'm the youngest. Uh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is a big adventure. I don't really know. Um, you know, I, nobody is really acting like it's a big deal. I feel like everyone. We were on a bus going to camp, and then all of a sudden we were here, and there were creatures here we'd never seen before. But everyone was like chill with it, you know. And so I acted. I'm sorry if calling you a creature is offensive, but we can talk about that later if that was wrong. Um, but yeah, I so you know I didn't. I also wanted to be cool about it because I wanted to make friends, but yeah, it's a lot, and I really miss my mom, and I don't know how long we're going to be here, and if we're going to be here forever now. And so much is happening, you know. Uh, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be okay, honestly.
Renamon looks you like in the eyes and asks, "Can I give you a hug? You look like you might need one."
Uh, okay.
He gives you like a warm hug, pats you on the back and everything, and is like, "That all sounds like it must be a lot." And
Yeah.
I sort of get it. I'm on this journey, and I don't know how long I'll be on it. Not entirely because I thought it'd be cool and fun. And being away from
Mm-hmm.
home all the time is rough. I miss my, I miss everyone in the village. I miss my mom's. I
Yeah. God, you have two moms, right?
Yes,
That's so cool.
they're the most beautiful and powerful women in all the land, and I would do
Can
anything
I
for
meet them sometime?
them. He freezes in a spot a little bit. It's like, uh, I.
I don't have to.
No, no,
I think cool moms are cool.
it's fine. Of course, yes, I would love it if you meet them. It's just that I love them so much, but I don't. The version of me that you see here is not one that they are used to seeing, and that might be strange. Um,
Okay.
I
I bet I like all versions of you.
Renamon's flustered and turns away, trying to be all cool, like. But thank you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh,
until you
oh yeah.
finish with your quest, I will. While I'm nowhere near as powerful as you all, I'll try my best to help you out as much as I can. Uh,
Are you
once
gonna come with us?
you know, think about for really intensely for a bit. I think it depends on what the next part of your quest is. If our paths align,
That
then of
makes sense.
course. And if not, I'm
Okay.
sure we'll meet again.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Renamon, can I ask you one more question?
Yes, yes.
I just realized that because you gave this to me, and I hold up the crest, the
Hmm.
sincerity crest, or well, I kind of asked if I could hold it for a while, and then I just kind of kept it without without sort of discussing that with you. And then we met other Digimon who had a crest like this, but it really messed with them. But you seemed fine, and well, I guess I'm just asking: is it okay that I still have this, or do you want it back?
Renamon looks at it for a bit, and like he looks like he's about to like reach for it, and then he stops and shakes his head. And that crest was incredibly difficult for me to use. I could temporarily access
Okay.
immense power and achieve a new form entirely. But I don't
Yeah.
think I'm the one who's meant to hold it right now.
Okay. Well, if you ever want it back, just let me know, yeah?
Of course. But for now, I think it's in the hands of a true warrior.
Thank you. Do you want to go swimming?
He, for a moment, gets really excited and then, like, composes himself, like, of course, of course. Good exercise, good for the body, yes.
Okay, Spencer gets very excited and like runs to the water, hooting and hollering, and like jumps in.
Renamon like leaps after, and it's this point we swap to Lucy and Sakanamon. Um, Lucy,
Mhm.
are you near the water? This is an important question.
Yeah, I think Lucy has decided not to be in the water, but in the interest of like hanging out with Sakanamon and like resting and bonding and trying to like recover, uh, uh, she tells them, "Hey, if you want to go for a swim, I'll be right here. I'm just not in the mood to go in the water right now."
Sakanamon kind of like surprisingly isn't like in the water right now. Like once you like see that okay, there's Lucy summed up with Lucy, kind of like at some point shows up by your side and sort of like wraps up like a cat in like your lap or something. You doing okay there, bestie?
Actually, that's what I wanted to ask you. Hmm, I thought maybe a swim would help, so I thought I'd encourage you to go out there for a swim. Uh, but I was doing some thinking about the last fight, and I feel like a lot of times problems feel like they're so much bigger than me. And, we were going through a lot in that last fight. So I was wondering if maybe you felt like, you know, things were too much or, the fight was bigger than you. 'Cause it felt like that a little bit, you know?
You look at Sakanamon, and you're very like in tune with how Sakanamon feels, so it isn't even like a role for this. You can tell it was a lot for Sakanamon, right? Like just thinking about it, they kind of like pause for a bit before answering. Well, we are able to handle it, and it looks like actually like smacking things really hard kind of works sometimes, so it's okay.
Yeah, but I also feel like, I don't know, I don't know, I definitely am not built for smacking things. And she kind of looks down at like her scrawny arms and like, you know, and I mean, I guess that's why we have our friends with us, especially the ones that are better at beating things up. But, you know, I just I guess I'm just wondering if maybe there's something I can do to help you feel better in fights and stuff. I know we're not really built for violence unless it's super necessary, but I wouldn't want you to be stuck in a situation where you couldn't defend yourself, you know?
Sakanamon like thinks about this for a bit, and is like, well, I guess being able to relax a little bit is good. Don't worry too much about me, Lucy. You're always worrying about everyone around you. I know I don't like fighting that much either. I mean, I guess it's kind of cool because I'm really mean to you, but but it's not my number one thing. But as long as you're safe, I'm happy.
It's not mine either, and I don't know. I just maybe I'm not a big fan of who I'm becoming here sometimes.
Sakanamon puts like a paw on your hand, and you just feel this like calm aura coming from them as he's like, well, next time we'll see if we can try and talk things through without, you know, extreme violence. Okay?
I mean, everyone was super into it. Even like Spencer. It was wild. Everyone else was so caught up in the violence. It was a little weird for me. I mean, I also got really caught up in the violence, to be fair, but like, I don't know. I'm just having a lot of feelings right now. Anyway, look, I wanted to take some time to hash things out, decompress, make sure you're okay. I would like to take a rest action with Sakanamon here to deal with whatever residual bond strain. I think there's a role for that. I would like to make. I
believe there is a role for that. I just have to find it again.
It's okay.
Rest and recover.
Was it for the bond strain?
Is it for bond strain that you roll?
Yes, for bond.
Yeah, you roll 1d6 and then you need a 4+ to reduce your bond strain by 1.
Okay, let's see if this works out. Go heartfelt. Oh no! I rolled a 3.
No.
Feels bad, man.
Feels bad. You are able to like get like some rest, right? Sakanamon like hangs out near you for a little bit before eventually diving into the water. Once like Spencer and Renamon dive in, it's like, okay, I got this, and it's nice. It's just you can sense there's still that tiny bit of strain that like Sakanamon's like pushing himself a little bit and trying not to make it super obvious. It's just a little bit.
You can't hide it. You can't hide it. Lucy can sniff that out, but she doesn't mention anything, and she just looks around at where the rest of her friends are, like within visual range, and see is around. I guess everyone's kind of split off, right?
Yeah, everyone's kind of like in various spots, but it's like you can like get up and like within 2 minutes you'll meet everyone.
Fine, but there's nobody in the immediate vicinity.
The closest person is currently Spencer in the water going for a swim.
Oh, okay, so they are there.
Mhm.
Okay. I think in that attempt to decompress with Sakanamon and then kind of trying to talk about her feelings and struggling, she just says screw it and goes and jumps into the water with Spencer and Spark and Sakanamon and just hang out.
Perfect.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
Can I also make a roll?
Now's the perfect time for anyone to make downtime rest rolls or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I would like to. Spencer would also like to try and remove a bond strain with Spark.
Nice.
And I think because the reasons we got the strain, it's not that there was like a conflict or anything between me and Spark. It was really trying to get out of like harrowing situations. And so I think Spencer thinks like, okay, Spark seems a little off. Spark is a dog, and dogs like structure and they like knowing what they're, and all of a sudden we're in this different place. And so Spencer's just going to try and just really focus like a little bit of attention on Spark and do some calming activities, have a little food, have a little walk, and just kind of spend like a quiet day with Spark. And Renamon can join.
Of course.
Send him away.
You're gonna leave Renamon out in the cold.
No, exactly. If you're cold, he's cold. Let him in. I cannot it's just one die,
Yeah.
right? For the bond strain, you cannot add anything to it. Okay,
Oh no.
that's a 1.
No.
And nobody
Does that mean
is.
another one?
No, you'll not
If-
gain more bond strain. You still are
Oh my
able to
God.
like go
Thank
on
you.
your lovely like walk and like relax. It's just not enough to like remove that strain. But it's a
No.
good time. As Spark is like
Okay.
having like normal dog activity for a change, right? No shooting lightning or anything. Just getting
Yeah.
taking in the scenery. Tries to like eat some random plants that you probably shouldn't eat.
That's a dog for you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
But-
Can I? Sorry,
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
want to take up too much space, but can I actually also rock up to Lucy for a tiny conversation?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah. By all means.
Okay. Maybe like after we were swimming. You jumped in the water. We were swimming. Maybe afterwards we go like lie on Lil Beach for a while, dry off. Yeah, Spencer will just turn to you to say, "Hey, Lucy, I just well, I guess I just have a question, or I just wanted to have a little conversation with you. I didn't mean to like eavesdrop or anything, but I've heard you mention a couple times about like our violence and that it makes you a little uncomfortable. And I thought maybe we can talk about it because I don't want you to be uncomfortable, you know."
Yeah, I mean, we're in a situation that is very different from home.
Very
And
different, yeah.
typically at home, we're not in as much danger. So
No.
I've always used my words when there's conflict. But
Yeah.
conflict here is dangerous and scary.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think out of fear, I've just been resorting to violence, you know? And I
Yeah.
don't like being scared. And I don't like being scared because I react very badly to being scared. And, you know,
Mhm.
it's just hard to have conversations and words when you're scared, right?
Yeah. Definitely. Yeah.
So I've been having a little bit of trouble with that. But you know, like I don't necessarily know what the solution is. I mean, things are not gonna get less dangerous here, right? Like, I mean,
I don't know. I understand nothing about this world, but I have a feeling it's not going to be in. Based
I
on what
mean,
Renamon has been telling me, I don't think so, no.
if it makes you feel any better, I don't understand it either. So you're not really the only one that's you're not alone in that.
That does make me feel better.
I mean, I'm sure if we ask Nico and Kaiden, maybe they'll feel the same way about not understanding things. But
Yeah.
you know, can't speak for them, but I can speak for me. And you know, you're not alone. And I think that maybe the problem is I've never felt comfortable telling people that I'm scared or that I'm having big feelings. So, you know,
Yeah.
maybe I maybe we could talk about when we're scared sometimes so that it doesn't feel so big. I mean, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, it's always okay with me if you want to talk about, like what you're feeling or whatever. That's always good. Yeah. And I just wanted to let you know because I actually don't like violence either. I like it on TV and I like to play pretend with Spark. I don't like it in real life. It's just that, well, my mom taught me, and I think I agree with her that, we're allowed to use violence if how do I say this? I think we have a right to use violence to overthrow violent leaders or dictators. You know what I mean? I don't always think, because sometimes people will say like, "Oh, violence is never the answer," and I think sometimes violence is the answer
Her.
because
I
we just
mean,
have. But I just wanted to say, like, I don't want to go around punching people for nothing. You know what I mean? I wanna. It is to protect.
no, absolutely. And
Okay.
Economon and I have an understanding about what is needed to protect.
Yeah.
I just have never had to protect anything or anyone like this before. You know,
That makes
so
sense. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how you can be so chill about it, but I you know, I've never had a parent teach me about overthrowing the government or anything like that. So
I have a
guess
feeling most kids don't have parents, but I didn't know that.
yeah. I mean, my parents are yeah. My parents never taught me anything like that. So, your mom seems super cool.
Also a little bit crazy, but in a good way. Anyway, I just didn't want you to be scared of me, and I just want you to know that you can talk to me if you want to.
No, it wasn't that I was scared of you, and Lucy remembers exactly
Okay.
which part of the conversation Spencer overheard. Um, and she
Just
said,
checking.
"No, I mean it's always good to check, I suppose. I just, it's a lot to process and figure out at our age. We're just kids. When have we ever had
Yeah.
to defend or fight anything with actual violence? I mean, I haven't, so
Not
it's just a
often.
lot.
Once or
It's
twice.
I,
Kaiden
I,
often, apparently.
I mean, Kaiden's also bigger and older. I don't know what his other problems. I don't know his life. I don't know what his problems are, what they do with their life. So I don't know, but yeah. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
think we
guess
all have very different lives.
I guess they're just built different.
It's at this point when
Yeah.
you all hear a
I like
beeping
Kaiden.
coming from your digivices, and we will scene shift once again back to Nico and Kaiden and company. So like kind of like 5 minutes before the digivices there start beeping. Nico, yeah, Nico, you're like Arcademon has been talking almost nonstop, just going on and on and on until eventually, like he kind of like mid sentence falls asleep in your hands.
Oh, the little guy's tucking himself out. Nico watched that entire time and just listened and nodded like a proud mum. He was just like, yes. Yes, you big up yourself, my tiny boy. Like they're gonna kind of like hug him and kind of like tuck him up against their chest and just kind of carry him around a bit. Not gonna try and wake him up because he deserves it. He's tired. Bless him. He spoke himself to sleep. We all know children who do that.
I am the child who did that.
Yeah. We've all been there.
You've all been.
But she'll just carry him around, and she probably will sit. She's probably spent most of this time sitting with Groundramon, or at least like in a safe distance away, potentially, if she's going off on one and bouncing around to heart's content now that she's free. Go free, queen. But Nico isn't looking to get squished on this day or any day, so it's like a pleasant distance away. But they've just been watching them. It's kind of nice. They see a lot of like when they were younger with their brother, kind of energy from the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of absorbing that, and she's kind of reliving the memories from that she had in her childhood.
That's perfect. Like, you see, it's really cute because like their dynamic is like Groundramon bothering Wingdramon and Wingdramon like pretending to be like, no, stop it, you're annoying me. But they're very much kind of like playing each other for a bit till eventually Wingdramon like kind of like gets up to leave somewhere for a bit, and Groundramon kind of like goes over to you and like lies down so that her head is like on the same level as you essentially. um you can see there's still a couple of like the mechanical parts from when she was Breakdramon everywhere. Most of them have been pulled off when Lucy pulled them off and did what first aid she could. But there's a couple, including like now would be like at the base of her neck where the old control panels were, and it's like a little LCD screen that can write in text, and it's writing, you two seem very close.
Me and Arcade-Ramon?
Yes, the
Or
energetic
do you?
one.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is my partner, I guess. I don't really understand the whole concept that well. I don't really do connection, but he's pretty nice when he's not talking constantly. This is a nice break.
She looks like dubiously at him, right? Like, I am shocked that this person could defeat me. just incredulous.
Honestly, me too. I didn't think he could do it, but he did it.
So you are siblings?
No, no, we're not the same species. I think. I mean, we're all made of data here, I guess, but I wouldn't call him my sibling. He's annoying like one.
Oh, so you do have.
But
a
I
sibling.
guess he's like my. Yeah, I have a brother. He's older than me, so I didn't have this.
Cherish it a lot. It is a difficult thing to be away from those you love, unless they suck, in which case, good riddance.
Right, I hear you. Yeah, no one wants a sucky sibling.
She kind of like, for a moment, the panels, like, the text that was on the panel disappears, and she like looks annoyed and smacks it, and it turns back on again. As she types whatever. Looking at you all and the tools that you have, there's probably much that you still have to do.
Yeah, we're kind of on a quest, I guess. I think we've only maybe done the first step of that quest.
Tell me about it.
We've collected all the things we had to collect. These, and like, they'll pull out the crest of hope.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks, I forget things. She pulls out the crest of hope and the digi egg armor thing. And it's like, we got these, I guess. This is what the big tree guy at the beginning told us to get.
Oh, that's Balmon's
I think
work.
we all have one now. Yeah. What?
Balmon.
What?
He's-
Balmon?
He is. And she like stopped for a bit, trying to like, and all you see like typing, and it stops. Typing, and it stops.
The ellipses, like, she's really wondering how to break the news. Like, what can I and can't I say?
Balmon is a member of the Shuffle Alliance. They are four powerful Digimon who, at least originally, were trying to fight against the invading Yggdrasil army. I don't know how allied they are with each other now, unfortunately. But it's last I heard there was some friction between Balmon and the other three members. Perhaps that is who you are searching for.
So, Renamon look like? Is he kind of... And she looks like describe the guy that they saw in this creepy woods a couple of weeks ago, I guess now.
Yeah, she nods her head. She she kind of doesn't seem to be taking him very seriously, even though she says he is incredibly powerful, and is not someone you should take lightly. And she's saying this and they're like, whatever.
Well, I mean, she's pretty big and powerful herself.
Exactly.
You know, I'm sure she can handle herself.
If you
So there are 3 others.
if you wish to meet with and then she, like, you saw the sense if you wish to meet with, and then she deletes it, and then continues typing a new sentence instead, as she says, hang on, I need to check something really quickly. As she says, while I disapprove of his methods and those trinkets that he creates, they were all working together to stop the... You know the mayor? The mayor, like, that you just beat up?
Yeah, Sorcerymon?
Sorcerymon was a member of the Yggdrasil art. And they've been taking over stretches of this world, converting it and trying to create energy for it, destroying things. I do not think you will be able to make friends with Balmon, nor is that wise, but they are enemies as well. If you wish to learn more about him and the Shuffle Alliance, I can show you where to find one of the members, the King of Dragons.
Say less. Yeah, that would be really great, actually. I don't think any of us want to be meeting Balmon. That guy was scary, and I don't think we're there yet. But yeah, anything else to help would be really, really great.
It's at this point when your Digivice also rings, and all of you at the same time start getting an alert from it. The alert on the Digivice isn't as elaborate as the previous poem it sent you, but you see like video game quest objectives essentially. One of them is they're all like kind of like partially like obscured, so you can't see the full sentence. But one of them says locate, and then it's blank, and then there's more text saying Dragon King. The other one says meet up, and then it's also blank and kind of blocked out, and then ends with /Angemon.
So, I have a question, Edie.
Yes.
Our Digivices, according to the rules, can be used for communication within each other, correct?
Yes.
Right. So I am going to push some buttons to try to figure out how to connect to someone else. Like I guess it's like a walkie-talkie or something, and I just push a button for communication. Like, can I tell how to use it?
Yeah, like after you like fiddle with it a bit, eventually you see like an app, almost like a little call app pop up, and you can see listed the names of the other people here.
I'm gonna push a button. I'm gonna push the button that calls Kaiden. And I'm gonna go, hello?
There's no answer.
Kaiden leaves her on red. Like, no.
I push the one that connects to Nico next. And I guess the Digivice beeps at you.
Yeah, it beeps
Like,
at you. You see like a cute, like simplified picture of like Lucy's face there.
Oh, like a 8-bit version of her. Oh, that's cute.
um,
It feels mean not to answer. Like, as much as Nico desperately doesn't want to answer, she will answer.
Hey, there's something that came up on my Digivice. I was wondering if you guys got a similar message too.
Oh yeah, the Dragon King thing and the Angemon. Yeah.
Yeah, that list. I just wanted to check. I wanted to make sure it wasn't just me. We should probably get back together and figure out whatever the heck it is.
Yeah, I guess we should.
I mean, I'm not saying right this instant. I'm merely recommending that we do that at some point. But good. I'm not just imagining it, and I'm not being singled out. Great. Just wanted to
It's
check.
not just you, don't worry.
Okay, cool. See you later. Beep.
He was like, I had no idea how I was gonna hang that up. I'm glad she did.
I just pushed the button on the Digivice.
Like, let me just smash the buttons until I find something that turns the screen on. Like, there we go.
I love how that was
Pretty much
totally
how
like, if
Lucy
mom doesn't pick up, I call dad.
Yeah. And the energy that she got because she called dad, very different.
Lucy, that is literally how Lucy deals with her real life. It's fine. Which is hysterical because her parents are getting a divorce. But yeah, same energy. Yeah, so she looks at the list. I assume unless Spencer has gone off to do their own thing, they are also nearby. And Lucy just looks and says, "You got it too, right?" And she holds up her Digivice at them with the message.
And me?
Yeah, it's Spencer.
Yeah, I got it too. Yeah. You talk
Okay.
to Nico? Because I can scream across the water at Kaiden if you need me to.
Oh, I didn't know Kaiden was in the water.
You guys don't. You guys don't see Kaiden.
Oh,
Yeah,
I thought
haven't
you
seen
were in
Kaiden.
the. Oh, I thought they were in the cave.
Nope. They walked out of the cave.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
It's okay. I haven't
Okay,
actually seen Kaiden, so
Right. Yeah. No, I definitely saw it as well. So I guess we kind of have our direction, huh? I guess we have to.
I mean, it was
Get
much
to it
easier
again.
when the compass just pointed at us instead of giving us these weird clues.
Yeah, an arrow would be nice. I could check in with Renamon, see if this means anything to him.
That's a great idea. You mind?
Yeah,
if
I'll go
we
do
go
that right
along?
now.
Yeah, we'll go
Ah!
together.
Amazing.
Kahneman is just like, I imagine Kahneman is actually like a golden retriever size
Yeah.
goldfish quadruped, like just
Jesus.
You've been
That's
carrying
so
that around
big.
your neck? He's so big!
That's so big.
No, wait, not golden retriever.
Pomeranian?
Pomeranian. That sounds right.
Yeah, really, that's a lot better, yeah.
They're thinking like, oh, Lucy's
That's
strong
a
as fuck.
big ass
I would
fish.
have killed you to carry it around your neck. Oh my god.
No, I was actually thinking like a little like, oh, what do they call them? Like
Oh, like a dachshund, like a sausage dog.
sausage dog. No,
Yeah.
sorry, teacup size dog, like
Oh,
the little tiny one, like
Oh, the
teacup
little tiny,
terriers?
like the Yorkshire Terriers. They're like really tiny.
Terriers, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. Sorry, I was looking up the dogs and I
Toy-sized
Just remember.
breeds.
Yeah. Black dogs.
yeah. So
Ugh.
Sakanamon's actually like tiny teacup terrier sized. And then Lucy just looks down at him and picks him up because she's always kind of weird about leaving him on the ground to get smushed or whatever. So it's like, okay, we're gonna go see Renamon.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah, Spencer will wrap Spark up in a towel again and put him in the little bike basket and
Like a
go
cape.
to wherever Renamon is.
Perfect.
Is Spark wearing the towel like a cape?
Yeah. Yeah, for
Oh,
sure. But I like wrap it around him a little bit extra, because maybe he'll do a little nap.
Perfect. I love
Aw.
that. So most of you all meet up together. Kaiden, you also see the alert on your Digivice at this point. As
I feel I hear it, but I don't see it. Yeah. Kaiden's kind of off sitting behind a tree to where where no one can see them. And their sunglasses are down, which isn't usual for them. And I think they are actually crying. Yeah.
Oh,
Naimon is.
Kaiden's gonna.
Naimon's...
Sorry.
Oh,
I
no, it's all good.
No, it's okay. Go ahead. I just realized something.
Naimon's kind of like
Later.
sitting with you, not really saying much, just kind of like being there, essentially. She does like eye the Digivice for a moment when it makes a noise, and also ignores it, like, yeah, whatever, we'll deal with this later, kind of thing. Although at some point she does say, if you want more time, I can go to the others for a moment.
Yeah.
She like gives you a hug and says, "I'm always there for you when you need it, okay?"
I know.
And she teleports. So everyone else reconvenes, and at some point, Naimon probably also teleports in, making no sound. So she just kind of appears, and you don't even know at what point she does. And
She's quiet.
she's very stealthy.
It does scare the hell out of Nico when she turns and Naimon's just like,
Yes.
It is very Kaiden though. I feel like Kaiden does
Yeah.
that to Nico a lot.
Mm-hmm.
like she still jumps, but it's like immediately followed by like, right, yeah.
You too, I guess.
Should have seen that coming, I guess. I don't know why I didn't.
But I'm assuming you relay everything to Renamon as well.
Lucy just being an anxious Nelly, like, okay, so we got this list on the Digivice, and we don't know what it means. And she, like, shows the Digivice and says, "What do you think this list means?"
Renamon looks at this, squints, and is like, the Dragon King. That could be any number of individuals, but I think I know who that might be, but I can't help you directly. The digital world got scrambled once Yggdrasil's army started attacking, so I don't know the geography of where the Dragon King lives. That other one, though, and looks at the /Angemon, and he looks super awkward as he's like trying to figure out what to say. He's like, "My mom's ex. That's probably him."
Wait. What?
Dude, I'm missing the T.
Right?
Well, is this person like your dad?
No relation to me whatsoever.
Renamon does not
Okay.
claim him.
Just like, we don't talk about that guy.
Okay. So you might be able to help us with part of this list. Right.
Unfortunately, yes, I might be able to help you to figure out him. Not me directly, but we can I guess going back sooner than expected, we can visit my parents, and they will be able to direct us to Slash Angemon very easily. I just hope that he's still. Anyway, should be no problem.
Um,
What is
does
happening?
Lucy does Lucy believe this?
You
Does Lucy believe that Renamon is okay? I don't think Renamon's okay.
could you could roll to see how much you believe or don't believe.
Okay, calming presence.
Common presence, yeah, a lot.
Hey, hate is always foolish. Am I like I'm would this be considered me trying to be help or calm emotions or something?
Nah, Renamon is, despite
Okay.
being a dork, is very chill already.
All right. What do I pick up with 4 successes?
With 4 successes, you look at Renamon and he's like not lying about anything, whatever, right? Like he's there, like yeah, I can help you. My parents probably know about this. He does not want to go and see his mom's right now. He's for whatever reason he just does not want to meet his parents.
You know, I can't help but feel like going home is not exactly something you want to do right now. You want to talk about that?
Renamon's like really like shifting on foot to foot, and it's like
We're friends, you know. We can talk about these things.
looks at you.
I'm not gonna-
looks at
I'm not
Spencer.
gonna make you go home. We're not gonna make you go home if that's something you don't want to do.
I will help you on your quest, no matter what. I imagine you all want to find a way back, no matter. And if this will help, then I will do so. It's just that with my. I left on my journey to become one of the greatest swordsmen ever. My parents, my mother, and my mom, every generation by generation, every time they raise a Renamon, they end up becoming a priestess in our village. It is generational. All of us are always become the head priestess in our village, and we watch over and protect all of us, and we perform our prayers and make sure everything's spiritually and emotionally and mentally on the level. And I don't want them to be disappointed that that's not who I am.
I have a question. There can only be one, correct? One spiritual leader, one
That is correct.
person, right? And there is already someone filling that spot, right?
Currently, my mother's, well, Cubimon is the one who's filling that spot at this moment. He won't be filling it forever.
You can't be a disappointment if, you know, somebody's already doing the job.
But I'll never be.
You
doing the job
can't be a
ever.
disappointment anyway.
Oh! Renamon looks
Look,
like very embarrassed.
point-
He's like,
Look, the point is just that, you know, you could,
I'm so hot.
I respect the fact that you want to find your own way, and I want to support you. And if going home is not what you want to do, maybe we can find another way. There's got to be another way to get to this Slash and Jamon person without going to your parents.
Renamon like thinks about it and is like, if there's a way, I have no way of tracking him myself. But perhaps if they don't know I'm there, if I hide, yes, I'll lead you to my village and I'll tell you where my parents are, and then I'll just never let them know I'm there. Flawless plan. Excellent. Your assistance is appreciated.
I I mean, it requires a little more work. The plan requires a little more work, but
There are no flaws in this plan. Come, let's go.
Lucy just had the anime sweat drop expression again. Just like, Lucy does something that she doesn't share with the others that she's figured out with the digivice that she has. In pushing all of the buttons, she's found a feature on the map that there's a what is it? There is a feature that detects other digivices, and she doesn't tell anyone that she's figured out how to do this, but she looks at her digivice to see where how this functions and where Kaiden might have disappeared to.
Yeah, you see like a ways off, away from all of y'all, pretty much. So he's still okay. They're still just kind of there.
Yeah, I think how long has it been since Kaiden went off on their own?
Kaiden, how long has it been?
2 hours?
Since I talked to Naimon.
It's probably been like
however long that's been, like 2-3 hours maybe.
Yeah, 2 hours sounds about right.
Okay. So I think giving Kaiden that amount of time she's going to try to step away. She's gonna look at Sakanamon and say, buddy, you gotta hop in for a little while. I'm going on a stealth mission, and put Sakanamon in the digivice.
Sakanamon dives into the digivice and
Stealth
and kind of like there's a little digital splash once he's inside.
It's never for very long, buddy. Thanks. And she sticks the digivice and no wait, she needs the digivice. Never mind. She uses the digivice to find Kaiden.
Perfect.
She has the map. She uses the 2 features, and she has the map up and tries to go find Kaiden.
Perfect.
Lucy, do you want to take my bike?
That's a great
That wouldn't
idea.
be very stealth mission because it has the clicking card.
Yeah, it does have a clicking card in the wheel. It's been there since the first session.
You know,
forgot
I
about the clicking card.
I should really
Never
shut
mind.
up since that's coming towards me and I would know.
Yeah.
But you know what? I gotta be honest. I did put it on the bike, so
True.
I mean, I feel like we've all kind of figured that out eventually, and Spencer just probably never took it off.
It's cool. Why would Spencer take it?
yeah.
Exactly.
If Kaiden put it on the bike, Spencer is not taking it off.
It's not
Right.
going anywhere.
So we
That means
probably
it's the
already
coolest
know.
shit ever.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I just wanted to offer.
When? Oh, sorry. Yeah, you go.
yeah, no, that's what Lucy was gonna do. She was just gonna try to find Kaiden for a bit.
Nico is gonna look at Naimon and just kind of give her a knowing look. Is this okay? Is that okay?
Yeah,
You
I
look for
feel
him
like-
for him right now, or is that
I
okay?
feel like Nico's the only one that Naimon would openly communicate with for Kaiden.
That checks out. I think Naimon
Should
kind
this
of
should
gives
this
you,
be
like,
allowed
the-
to happen, or should that be stopped?
Naimon gives like the truncated version and kind of figuring this is Lucy. This is probably the one person apart from maybe Nico who this is probably gonna be
Yeah.
okay. It's like we'll see.
Naimon's just like 50-50. Let this happen and see if she gets
Yeah,
her butt kicked.
Naimon would be like, any of you would work. Nico might have the strongest percentage of of dealing with this, but you know what? If Lucy wants to try, I'm not gonna stop her.
It'll be an adventure.
Like, let her go.
I believe.
This is 50-50. The odds are 50-50 here. I
Like, is Nico gonna sit there and make a like silent bet with Naimon? Yes.
100%.
Like,
I don't like the odds are.
let's
stacked
see where
against
this
me, it's
goes.
fine. Yeah. It's gonna take me a while to get wherever because I'm on foot. I'm not taking the noisy transportation.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
So eventually you do. It's like a distance for sure. If you did not know to look for, you probably wouldn't even find it until eventually, probably like by like a big tree or something. I imagine.
Yeah.
Um,
He's kind of curled up, not really like moving at this moment. Like he's kind of hit, like not that you would know because like his head is like on his arms between his knees, and he's kind of like looking at the ground. But like he doesn't have that like shoulder shaking, racking cry going on anymore. It's more of like where you hit that part where your body stops moving when you're crying, and you're kind of just sitting in it.
I have a question.
Hmm.
When Sakanamon's in the Digivice, does the calming presence still work, or do I have to actually take him out?
I think you'd have to take him out to let it activate.
Okay. So I try as quietly as possible to take Sakanamon. I'm not gonna let Sakanamon walk. So I just take him out and put him on my shoulder to activate the calming presence.
You don't have the quietest steps, you know.
At least it's not a bike with a playing card stuck in the wheel.
Damn.
Would have known
We don't
someone
have
was
to-
coming either way.
We don't have to talk or anything. You know, I waited a couple of hours before trying to check in, and Naimon said it was cool. Or no, wait, Naimon.
Meaning,
Hold on, no, wait. Let me rephrase that. Naimon seemed to be cool with me leaving. Sorry, that's what I meant to say.
meaning it took you guys 2 hours to realize I wasn't around.
No, that's not what I said.
No, but I know what the truth is. I may be loud and boisterous, but I'm easy to miss if you're paying attention to other things.
Well, we were all split up when you disappeared. And the point
I'm not
is,
mad or upset.
it didn't take me 2 hours to figure it out. I did wonder about you, but I don't know. I didn't.
You're dealing with your own stuff.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean I don't care.
I didn't say you didn't care.
I know. And look, the point is, whatever your stuff is,
Doesn't matter.
we don't have to talk about it, but I guess I just wanted you to know that I care enough to check in. Whether you want to talk or not is absolutely your call. But I care enough to check in.
Yeah. So I guess on to the next thing. I heard the Digivice go off. I just haven't looked at it. Um,
I mean, we've got a direction, but that's um I'm, I'm not going to push you to talk, but it helped when you were there for me. So,
yeah.
I mean, I want to help you too.
The only thing is I don't. And you see, they kind of. Kaiden's never been a closed body person. Like, if that makes sense. Like, they're always very open, like very like bright and boisterous.
Sure.
And I think and I think maybe Nico's the only person that has seen this version of Kaiden. And it's very rare that this version is seen. But I think you're actively seeing like him closing in on himself. Like trying to kind of like shut it down so that he can just get up and move forward.
I think I think Lucy maybe recognizes a little bit of what's happening just based on her own kind of attempts to cope. And she says, it's not going to make it easier to close in on yourself. And I can tell you that from experience. I think the one thing that this place has taught me is that the only way through is to stay open and to keep communicating, to lean on each other. Spencer and I were talking about how this place is a scary place, and it dawned on me that the only way I'm going to get through this is if I talk about what's scary. And I don't know what big feelings you're dealing with right now, but maybe if you talk about them, if you lean on your friends, I mean, you don't have to talk to me. I know Nico's your best friend. Maybe if you go talk to them, it might help. But
What does it do to be the one that protects everybody and be scared?
what does it do when you're the one that's supposed to heal and you're always angry? Look, expectations versus reality. I'm just saying, the reality is not as straightforward as the expectations we place on ourselves. It's not as simple as just protecting or just healing, just mending. We're all a little more complicated than that.
I think you see as they move a little bit, like there's actual like like shaking, like tremors in their hands.
I think Lucy actually says this out loud, and she says, "Do you want a hug?"
No, not that it's not appreciated. It's
Okay. Seeing that as
coup-
a
a,
refusal of granting consent, she's going to take a step back and give Kaiden their personal space.
a couple years after the divorce, I got diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder and some other stuff, and I realized I forgot to pack my meds for summer camp, and
Oh.
I I can't get a hold of my mom. And I don't know how to calm myself down when I'm anxious. Um, and usually being around like Nico and everyone else makes it fine, but
There's only
Groundramon
so
and
there's
Wingdramon
only so
kind of
much.
brought up a
Oh,
lot of stuff, and
yeah,
I miss
it's a
my
lot.
mom.
You know, and those are very real things that we're all dealing with, and I don't know that being alone and dealing with it is going to make things better. It might
I
even
don't.
make things worse
Yeah,
if you hide yourself away.
I don't like crying in front of people. Um,
That's absolutely fair. Um,
it's I don't know how to think when this is happening, um, which is part of the reason why I didn't answer you earlier. I wasn't ignoring you. I just
it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. I'm not even. I'm not even a little bit worried. Like, it's fine. Um, I just was concerned. That's why I reached out.
yeah, it's hard being the oldest and not knowing what to do.
We're all just kids. I mean, Spencer and
Yeah,
I were also talking about how we didn't know what to do and how we didn't understand this world. You're not alone in that feeling. I mean, I can't, I know your anxiety and all your other stuff is specific to you, but there are things that we are all experiencing together, you know, that sense of not knowing what's ahead of us.
yeah. It's also hard when I see Julia and all of you, and he kind of he stands up and just kind of like shakes stuff off and grabs the digivice, and he's like, actually, I I appreciate it. I'll be fine. It just, can we go and move forward? I
Just
talking about it's
let,
making it worse.
okay. Um, so I will tell you something really funny if you're interested. And as they
Sure.
walk towards the group, Lucy starts explaining about Renamon's parents. And so the second point on the list, the slash Angemon situation here, apparently Renamon's, one of Renamon's moms, that's their ex. So we might have a lead on one of the items on this list. I did kind of low key tell Renamon that we weren't gonna force him to go home, but he seems kind of okay with just showing us where his home is and then running away. And then Lucy starts like,
Yeah, but is
you know,
Spencer gonna let Renamon just run away? Because Spencer seems kind of attached.
hey, listen, that is for Renamon to figure out. I said we weren't going to force him to go home, but if Spencer has other plans, that's Spencer's thing.
True.
And Lucy starts, she giggles and she's trying to make light of it
Perfect.
a little bit.
Perfect.
Just, yeah.
It's around at this point when you, after a while, do all finally manage to fully reconvene. Naimon kind of like looks at you, Kaiden, kind of like just making sure you're like as okay as you're gonna get currently, if that makes
Yeah.
sense. Uh, and Renamon, who's there, like, yes, flawless plan. We're halfway through session, I think. So I think we're gonna take this point to take a short 10-minute break and then return. I will see you all very soon.
The drama.
Big ups.
Thank you. And and we return.
Can I do that?
Hi.
Hi.
Are we back? Are we back?
We are
We're
now
never
back.
gone.
We're back.
Assuming yes, we're back. Perfect.
Digimon's back.
The
All right.
monsters.
God.
Two very different directions with that. Okay.
I know. So,
Hmm.
as we return back to our little situation, our chosen children, we have a decision to make. As everyone's kind of now reconvened and more or less kind of gotten back in the same wavelength, essentially, uh, Groundramon knows, as far as you can tell, knows where this Dragon King is, whereas Renamon knows how to contact slash Angemon. So Renamon kind of like looks at you all and is like, which direction do you wish to start with?
I think Spencer really wants to meet your moms, so we should probably go do that first. Right,
let's-
guys?
Wait.
Well, I
What?
feel like when I said that I really wanted to meet your mom's, Renamon, maybe I wasn't fully sort of aware of the whole situation. And I understand that this is very awkward for you. So I think it depends on you. We know where to find the Dragon King, or we know how to find out where to find the Dragon King. So
Yeah.
if you would prefer, you first take us to your mom, so you can go off and do your own thing. We can do that. If we want to go, if you prefer, we go to the Dragon King first, and you join us. That's fine as well. Whatever makes you comfortable in this situation, I would say.
Renamon thinks deeply about this, and is there like, I'm sure that my mothers would love you, Spencer. So, and I know them. I don't know what the personality of this Dragon King is. So, even if it is awkward, that is my personal preference that we go towards them first.
Is everyone okay with that?
I mean, also your mom's probably want to see you.
Renamon's like, I'm not ready for that. Not ready for that.
We're not gonna make you meet them. But wouldn't it if we find out that they want to see you? Can we tell you?
If they do, then yes, I will be nearby so you can find me easily. If not,
Can they know that you showed us the way, or would you prefer we not mention you?
If they do not bring me up, then do not bring me up.
Okay.
I have a clarification to ask from the DM.
Yeah.
If I pull up my Digivice, I can. There's an option for the. Oh wait, that's not it. Okay, no, it would detect. It would detect the chosen kids.
Mhm.
Would I be able to like find Renamon on a map through my scanner, my Digitool? I know it's not necessarily in the rules as written.
It is not necessarily in the rules as written. I think you could find a way to do it as you're kind of fiddling with the Digivice, especially since Renamon has used a crest before, so might register slightly differently to other Digimon. As Renamon like looks at it, and your Digivice, you know how you can like put Sakanamon inside it, essentially, kind of registers. Do you want to put Renamon in your Digivice?
Hey, Renamon, I just had a
Wow.
thought. You might
do
hate
that
this,
this-
but I just had a thought. Edie, can Digimon in the Digivice hear everything?
If you like, yeah, there's probably like a mute button somewhere if you wanted to, but yes, they would be able to hear
But
things.
like, so, Renamon, what if I just kept you hidden in my Digivice while we were visiting your mom's?
Can you do that?
Totally can.
Well, that takes care of that. They don't have to see me ever.
And you can hear everything they're saying about you without them knowing.
Great. Hopefully this does
Also,
not
if
go
you
wrong.
don't wanna, also, if you don't want to hear them, I can also push a button so you don't have to hear anything and you can just vibe in peace.
No, a warrior braves all challenges, even the challenges of the heart.
Except you're hiding in my Digivice.
We don't think about it too hard, okay?
Okay, and then she just holds out a Digivice to Renamon.
Renamon gets sucked into it, and it's like a puff of like leaves around the Digivice.
Okay, so Renamon can still communicate, right?
Yeah.
In the Digivice. So Renamon, you're gonna tell us where to go from in there.
Perfection. I will lead the way.
It's a little 8-bit Renamon.
Super small 8-bit Renamon. And
Is
Renamon
there
like,
a way
oh yeah.
to like translate the information Renamon is giving like into the map function?
Can Renamon just draw on the map?
I see we're on the same wavelength.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you see like when you bring up the map, like you see like Microsoft Paint controls appear on the side, and Renamon starts sketching out directions.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
he's a little
cute.
artist.
Oh, that's the
That's
highlighter. You got to
cute.
use the paintbrush.
But
Yeah.
the highlighter is brighter.
But but it's thinner.
No,
But
it's
it's
okay.
pink.
Highlighter's taking up half the screen, Renamon.
You can't tell me what to do.
Renamon, you're not coloring it in. You're filling a line to where we're going.
You,
This isn't paint by numbers, Renamon.
By the time
This is orienteering.
Lucy just like
Poor
pushes a
Renamon.
button to reset the map and just says, "Okay, so what I want you to do is
Not that.
use the paint can option, but then like what I basically want Renamon to do is like do the digital version of putting like paint on his feet so he can just walk on the map.
Oh, that's perfect.
Like,
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That is so
Cute.
cute.
So what you see is Renamon kind of like the little tiny 8-bit Renamon gets even smaller and appears on the map, kind of where you guys are, and starts like walking, kind of like walking alongside you all, but you know, on the map, and kind of leads the way.
That's cute.
Before we go, Nico is go because Groundramon has that screen on the back of her Nextel.
Mhm.
Can Nico give her digits?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can use the Digivice to communicate, right? Surely text to text
Well,
that
Why
works.
not? Why
Surely
not?
we can ... text.
Yeah, we can ...
Messenger.
You know.
It's Digivice Messenger.
She
Catch
passes.
it,
Did I say that really leadingly? I didn't mean to, but
You exchange
Y'all
digits.
just out here flirting with Digimon.
listen,
This is
true real estate.
Can't talk because the one I wanted to flirt with was really scary and powerful.
Before we
So-
start walking, Spencer would like to take the last of the granola bars out of their bag and pass them around so everyone has one. And Spencer has given multiple granola bars to Kaiden since we've been here canonically. So I feel like Spencer would know which one Kaiden likes the best, like maybe like the most chocolatey one or whatever. And I make sure that
Yeah.
Kaiden gets the one that he likes.
As
that
long
they
as
like
it
the
doesn't have
best.
peanuts. Because
No
Kaiden's
peanuts.
allergic.
I
Perfect.
remembered that. Yeah. And then just so everyone has a snack for whenever they want it, but really just so that Kaiden has the one that they like the best.
Everyone is loaded.
Nico
up.
just force feeding Arcadramon while he's asleep. Like, come on.
Arcadramon.
Gotta get your snacks in.
Arcadramon
Get
at
your snack
first
meat.
like resist, like no, and then once like we get one in, immediately like goes for it, just like snaps part of your finger a little bit. It doesn't like bleed or anything, but it does hurt.
You know what? I should have expected that. That's on me.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
All right, so
Right.
you journey It is a lot of trekking and hiking, and at some point, Renamon's like, "Yeah, I know a shortcut," and you straight up arrive at like what looks like a train station. Um, it looks like a very like mundane train station. Nothing unusual is going on whatsoever until you get to the train and the train speaks and is like, "No, hello there."
Hi, I'm Spencer. Who are you?
Ah, I am Trailmon. And that over there, and like the whole train tilts, and there's another train on the other platform, is also Trailmon.
Cool.
Let me
Uh,
let me see. Let me see. You're all very you all don't look regular. You're not regular customers. Are you new?
yeah.
I hate everything about this situation.
We are absolutely new.
I think
Yeah.
Kaiden is stunned to silence.
I'm very used to kind of sort of jumping in usually at this point, so I don't know what to say now anymore.
Lucy walks up and says, she's looking at the map and she checks in with Renamon and says, "Where do we need to go? Do we need to ride your train?"
I mean, unless you feel like walking extreme distances, yes.
So
Thankfully,
where are we? So where is the destination we're going? So we can tell the train
it
people.
should be 3 stops over. Hang on, give me a moment. Yeah. And Renamon like pops out, and is holding a bunch of tickets, and it's like, "I'm cashing these in." And the train.
Where did
Also,
he
it would have
keep
been nice
those?
to know there was a train earlier. We've been walking everywhere.
Yeah.
Trailmon's like, "Unfortunately, most of the Trailmon's lines have been either destroyed or commandeered."
That sounds
Convenient.
like an excuse. Sorry, that was really.
No, it is all
am really
fine. I pride myself for professionalism, and this is
going
unacceptable.
to shut my mouth.
Okay, so train tickets. Great. It's good that you have us covered.
Well then, hop on board. And the train's doors open, and you can easily walk in. And
We
inside, it's
are going inside of a Digimon.
it's so weird because this thing is like it talks. It can like move around on its own, but inside is like a super normal train. Like nothing. This looks like it could be from like the human world and everything. The only
I
thing
don't want
that's
to touch anything.
Arcadian was like, "Yeah, that's weird. That's really weird. Yeah, we're not. Yeah,
You can't say this is weird. It's from your world.
yeah, but I've never met a chill one before. And we're inside it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it."
It's okay, it's okay. He's becoming self-aware. We got, stop.
Okay, can you like? Can you tape over your Digimon's mouth? They're giving me more anxiety.
Okay, Ramon, we need to be quiet, okay? Just
Okay,
go back to sleep. Have another nap. Are you not tired?
No, I'm never tired. Ever.
Oh God.
Nah.
That sounds really fake, but okay.
Kaiden sits
I'll give you that.
so far away from Arcadramon.
Nico is going to
yeah.
actually even like take off the coat that they wear all the time and like bundle Arcade Ramon up in it and kind of put him in a corner in like a little nest, hoping that will convince him to just go to sleep.
Oh, it's so.
Because the rocking of the train and then the like cozy little like coat, maybe he'll just pass out.
He looks so cozy. He goes to sleep almost immediately as the train starts. And
And he just gives Kaiden a silent thumbs up
There's an
across the
audible
carriage. Like,
release of air from Kaiden.
I got you.
as you finally, the train isn't like a very eventful journey. You do notice like as you're kind of going by, there's like a point where you see like I don't remember what they're called, but you know when like tracks split apart and you can like there's like a fork in the tracks essentially, and you go down one path, which is fine. the rails that would have been going the other side, they go for a bit and then they just disappear. And where there was like would have been ground, there's just like a giant like black hole in the ground. You can't see the bottom of it. It's just gone. Whatever was there is gone. It does not exist anymore. So that's alarming. Uh, but eventually, the train slows down and starts to come to a stop in a station in a small town. And this place looks. How do I. What's it? This place. Oh, my brain. My brain is against me. Give me a second. This place is like a small village looking place, and it's like all the houses are like made of either like bamboo or like sheets of like thick paper, kind of like a. It's very small. It's a very quaint looking little village, and you see looking around at all the Digimon are there. It's mostly like beast types. There's like a couple of like anthropomorphic dogs. There's like what looks like a cat with like a weird ring on its tail. You see a few other. You see what looks like a couple of like Renamon even that are like hanging out, sitting on a tree somewhere as you all approach. And the train comes to a stop and the doors open as you hear Trailmon's voice over the intercom inside the train. Looks like you've arrived over here in Hidden Mystic Village. Enjoy your stay. The food is to die for.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Renamon? I don't think I put Renamon back in the Digivice, but like, do you want to lead the way?
Renamon is sweating bullets, and just looking out the window and looking at his hometowns, like, sure, I will lead the way from within your Digivice.
Okay. And she holds the Digivice up again, by all means.
And it just and on your Digivice, the compass appears again, pointing presumably in the direction that Renamon is pointing.
Great.
As you kind of like walk around through this place, and it's kind of like a similar deal with a lot of like those villages you come by, where every now and then other Digimon like, oh wow, those are some weird looking Digimon. A lot of them pop up to like Spark. Spark like you see like a dog that's like 2 feet, it's like 3 feet tall, it's anthropomorphic, and it's wearing like boxing gloves and has blue fur. And this dog kind of like walks over to like Spark, and they seem to have a whole conversation. Like Spark is like panting, and this dog person is like starts barking a little bit, and then looks at you all and is like, "Your friend is very polite."
Yeah, I know, right?
What kind
Spark is the best.
What kind of Digimon is he? I've never heard of one like this.
Oh, Spark isn't a Digimon. Spark is a dog.
A dog? Like just a dog? Not a dog type, but a dog?
Yeah, as far as I know.
That's so cool. Hey, fellas! And a bunch more of these dog creatures all show up and all surround Spark.
Without revealing who is in my Digimon, I would like to scan these dog creatures.
Yes, easy enough to do. I don't have the card prepared for it, unfortunately. But your Digivice rings. Have I got this correctly?
It would give me. It would also reveal stage classification and now element because level 3.
Perfect. So you see it brings up and is like, Gaomon, basic stage, neutral element, and it's a beast type, of course.
Wait, does neutral mean no element?
Yep.
Or just
no element
plain
whatsoever.
element? Quickly, Lucy will point it at Spark as well to see if to see just to do a comparison.
Spark's element, if I'm remembering, is electric, and the
It's
Digivice does.
electric. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like Lucy just looks at the Galmon and then looks at Spark and then looks at the Galmon again and then just puts her Digivice like puts her hand down like her Digivice just in her hand like her sides and just like just totally chill.
But eventually,
Um
oh yeah, yeah.
oh, I just also wanted to check my Digivice to see if like Renamon has indicated on the map like home or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Renamon's indicated on the map. There's a little circle, and a picture of like a chibi like fox face, essentially on home. Um, Notably, he's indicated this because the compass has disappeared, and you're like wondering like what's happened with that, and in like your digivice, you see there's like a little 8-bit Renamon, and then there's like an 8-bit punching bag that Renamon is punching and training against, keeping himself distracted.
Okay, so then we know where we're going.
Yeah.
Excellent. I let everyone know the map situation. Like Renamon says this is home right here, but Renamon is also busy, and then she flips the screen to Renamon training. So I don't think Renamon's interested in going home. Like, and then she is just holding her digivice. Yeah.
It is relatively easy to kind of make your way past all of the Gaumon. Any that get too excited, kind of like chill out once they like bump into like you and Sakanamon essentially. Um, uh, but eventually the excitement kind of dies down. They kind of scatter a little bit, and you make it to this rather. It's a little odd because it looks like a very like old looking, almost traditional looking house essentially. Um, but you see there's like a mailbox, and the mailbox has a bunch of like stickers on it, and they're like goofy anime stickers and stuff. There's like from anime you recognize from the human world on this mailbox. And like there's like lawn gnomes on the front, but they're all Hello Kitties. It's just this weird mishmash of stuff that's going on here.
Thought it runs in the family.
Do you approach the door, ring it, knock it, enter, whatever?
Yeah. Um, I before we go, is there a way to essentially set up so like there's a way to communicate with Renamon? Like basically the idea is I want to be able to hear Renamon, like if Renamon wanted to say something, because I
Mm.
don't want him to be audible through the Digivice.
You think any of y'all
Or
would
is
have
it
like
just text, but
You think y'all would have like
basically
headphones?
text?
Bluetooth headphones for your Digivice.
Bluetooth headphones for your Digivice.
So I guess it would just be is there a way then to text?
Yeah, you can.
like,
Renamon
just
can
text.
make text appear on the screen, so you can just look at
Okay.
it.
Okay. I will approach the door and knock.
You knock on the door, and it takes a bit. Takes a while. Like you're almost about to like knock again. When oh no, that's not meant to happen. Stop that. You knock again. Oh no, what have I done? But oh, that's what. No, why did it do that? Give me a second. I'm fighting with something. You knock on the door, and it takes a while, and eventually, appearing in front of it, like the door slides open, and you just see like the freaking largest fox you've ever seen in your entire life. Like it's like up, like you're looking eye level with this majestic creature. Got Brenamon's same like fur and blonde fur and everything.
Hello. Um, my name is Lucy, and I was told that you would be able to help us, you or your partner. Not fully sure, but we were looking for someone, and we were pointed in your direction. Someone called Slash Angemon.
This fox glares at you when you say the name.
I have calming presence
This is true.
on
This
my
is true.
on my fish.
On my fish.
On my fish.
The
Love-
fish is giving out like happy vibes.
Just
Like,
bubbles.
stoner-
Bubbles everywhere.
Stoner
Yeah.
vibes.
This she looks
Um,
at you and she looks at you and steps like deeper inside, and her mouth doesn't move, but you hear a voice coming from her as she's like, "I think these ones are for you." And another equally large fox, but purple, kind of appears, who's slightly less intimidating, it seems. It's like, guests, we have guests. Welcome, welcome. Come in, come in. We have tea inside. And kind
Oh,
of
how
gestures like that.
gracious. Thank you, thank you. Um, we are looking for someone specific, and Lucy like hides Renamon's screen and
Mhm.
just goes back to the list, and she quotes the part about slash and Mon.
The two of them look. The two foxes look at each other and then look at you. And the purple one's like, "Ah, Slash Angemon, I remember him way back before we met, wasn't it?" And the yellow one's like, "Yes, he was a pompous jackass, if I remember." And, and the purple one's like, "Oh, he wasn't that bad. I mean, okay, he was that bad."
So we're supposed to be meeting. How many were on the list, DD? There was the Dragon
There's the
King,
Dragon
and then
King and the Slash Angemon.
we have a couple of people on this list to meet, and Slash Angemon is one of them. Any idea why he might be on this sort of list alongside a Dragon King?
Well, that depends on a lot. And I'll start with, it depends on why you're here. You're humans, aren't you?
Can I scan
Yeah.
both of them?
Yeah, you can absolutely scan both of them. And your Digivice does its thing for a bit, and as your Digivice tells you who they are, they also introduce themselves. The one with yellow fur says, "My name is Cubimon. It's a pleasure to meet you." And the one with purple fur is instead like, "And I'm Yokomon. Also nice to meet you. Hi, hello. We'll be best friends."
I appreciate your energy. We are the chosen children. That's what they called us. Someone called us that, or is that just? Wait, clarification. Is it something someone actually called us, or is it a?
I think your Digivice might have called you that before.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought there was like a message or something. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
the
the
message we got at
poem.
the beginning called us "Oh Chosen," so
Yeah.
I think we can probably
chosen.
yeah.
So we got a message calling us the chosen children. So I guess you could refer to us as the chosen children. We have in fact been chosen for something. We collected a bunch of corrupted crests and did that, and now we have to meet these people.
Yokomon, the purple one, gets so excited. And meanwhile, the yellow Cubemon's like, "Dear, we can't, we don't even, nothing about this is actually a good sign, you know it."
Question.
Yes, yes.
Did Nico share with us about the Shuffle Alliance and stuff?
I was about to ask as Nico.
Because if you did, Kaiden would have been like, "Is Slash Angemon a part of the Shuffle Alliance?"
No, I don't think Nico actually had a chance to say anything about that because the message came through on the Digivice. So she will ask, like, we're trying to find him because, and correct me if I'm wrong, was he part of something called the Shuffle Alliance?
Gasps throughout the village.
Silence.
The wind starts to howl.
Oh no, we've summoned them.
Yokomon.
I'm excited.
Yokomon starts to laugh. It doesn't really sound like a laugh because she's a fox, so it sounds like more like a weird yip. And Cubimon.
I love fox laughs.
Yeah. Cubimon's like, no, I don't think Slash Angemon ever made the cut. Pardon the pun.
Oh,
Okay.
haha. Cut. I get it. Sorry. Took me a
Go
second.
on.
Oh, like a card. Okay, a card joke, right?
But also Slash Angemon.
Wait.
Yeah.
So
Any layers?
Cubimon says the Shuffle Alliance consists of 4 members: the Jack, King Shoutmon; the Queen Chessmon; the King Chessmon; and Joker Balmon. Slash Angemon has never managed to ever apply for the Shuffle Alliance, and judging by his temperament, I doubt he would want to anymore.
Oh, Shuffle. I see. Okay.
Penny dropped.
Penny drops.
So slow.
Connections. I've connected the dots.
You're
So
on.
slowly. Dee, I just want to remind you, in case it means anything to them, I put my my emblem. I keep forgetting my crest. I put it on my sword,
Oh yeah, you're right.
which used to be Renamon's crest, and that
Ooh.
sword does not fit in my backpack, so it's sort of like stuck through the. So they would see the crest if it means anything to them.
Very important. Yes, they will in fact see it.
Okay.
Whether or not
Okay.
they'll comment on that, who knows? We'll find out.
I just wanted to remind you.
Thank you. But yeah, Cubimon says that Slash Angemon, once before the world was under siege as it currently is, I suppose, wanted to join the Shuffle Alliance to try and help protect this world. But for some reason, he never quite managed to get along with the other members, which is quite a feat considering Balmon is included among their members. So.
Okay.
However,
I wonder why we've been asked to find him then. Maybe because he has that connection.
it could be.
Yeah, do we still need to go find him?
Cubimon's starts speaking like it could be because, and Yokomon interrupts her. It's like, ooh, what if? Hear me out. You know how he was always like, oh, absolute justice and all that, right? What if he joined Yggdrasil?
Oh.
Oh, Yggdrasil's army.
So the bad guys. The other bad guys.
Yeah,
many
I mean,
bad
they
guys.
wouldn't consider themselves the bad guys, but yeah, they're the bad guys. So you probably bumped into one or two of them if you gotten this far, but the Yggdrasil army is a force that is trying to, as far as I can tell, create what they call the Thousand Kingdom or something like that. I don't know the specifics of that, but it involves taking over the entire digital world and ruling it themselves, which is, not great for the free folk out here.
Yeah, that doesn't sound ideal.
It's
Sounds kind of trashy.
just a little bit, right? Just a little bit trashy. Not a fan, honestly. And have you seen their outfits? They're so tacky.
They have outfits.
They have outfits.
That's tacky in itself.
Exactly. They have matching outfits. I can't. with her one of her tails, she's like dramatically like, I can't do it. And Cuban's like, dear, your tails, watch out! As one of the tails sets like a tablecloth on fire.
That normal?
She's like this when she gets
She
excited
did that a
about
lot?
things. It's
Right.
so much of the house is fireproofed. You have no idea.
Just not the tablecloth.
Just not the tablecloth. Oversight on my part, honestly.
Well, now you know.
Now I know. Yokomon's like,
Jesus.
so essentially, this army's been going through towns, taking them over and turning them into factories and energy and power plants and things of that nature, regardless of what the original inhabitants feel. If you choose to join them, then you get all the perks and benefits at the cost of seeing your home get, gentrified and polluted. But it's a small cost, I guess, if you like world domination.
It's a really big cost.
It's a
Yeah.
really big cost. And Kiwimon continues, they have recently made themselves known in our village. They can't get in yet, but I imagine it's only a matter of time before they manage to break our barriers. You are all humans, well, most of you, so you probably wouldn't have noticed. I suspect you, and Cubimon points towards Nyamon. I suspect just off of your general vibe, have probably noticed that there's a mystical barrier around this town. It is designed to keep supernatural elements out, but at the cost of also keeping supernatural elements trapped in. You can only enter and exit as long as you have a ticket to ride one of the Trailmons in. So currently our village is safe, but that won't last forever.
So we have to fight some people?
No, I'm not going to force a bunch of children to fight people, and that is not necessary just yet.
I mean, you don't have to force me. I'll do it without being told.
Yokomo's like, ooh,
I
this
have-
one's feisty.
I have quite a bit of excess energy that would feel probably really good to get out right now.
Yokomo's like,
Yeah, we're pretty
And
good
the way
at
that
it.
Kaiden is talking is very calm and very not emotional at all.
it's a little concerning.
Yeah.
Yokomon looks
Yeah,
at
Nico is sketchy about that. That's not the worst will be had.
Yokomon looks at her partner and is like, oh, this one reminds me so much of Renamon. Just look at them.
Renamon?
Which one are we?
In the subtlest way that Nico can say that.
Which one are we looking at? Me or someone else?
Lucy looks at her Digivice while this is going on. She takes a step back while Kaiden and Nico are interacting, and she looks at the Digivice.
Mhm.
She has a few buttons and to type "Can you hear this?"
Yeah, Renamon just yes, full stop.
Oh, he's mad.
and then the letters U and then okay question mark.
Replies, this is going to be embarrassing. I apologize for Ma. She is like this.
Sorry for my cringy mom. Okay, that's the mood. Okay.
Yokomon pulls out a photo album.
Yes!
They're like,
I want to see tiny baby Renamon pictures.
I guess it would be like
As-
the fledgling
Yes!
version.
Yeah,
right?
like the different forms.
you
Cool.
see
As
yeah.
Yokomon, as Yokomon does that, Spencer would like to turn to Cubimon and say, "You mentioned tea. May I?" and point to the kitchen.
Yes, delightful. Cubimon goes to lead you towards the kitchen and show you all the various teas from all over the world. Most of it's there's some tea leaves. There's some hibiscus tea. There's some coffee and stuff like that. And then there's like a container that has like hot chocolate that is Pokemon branded. There's like a picture of Ash Ketchum and Pikachu on the front.
Right. Okay, so it's tea from like the human world.
Some of it is, at least. At least the hot
Wait,
chocolate
there's
is
tea-
definitely from
Okay.
Did you say there's loose leaf tea?
Yes.
Can I rely? Can I use my my wild child or my type feature Wisdom of the Wild and rely on my affinity with nature to try and find some like valerian tea or passion flower?
Oh,
I want to find an anti-anxiety herb in here.
that's so amazing. Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Not you going the same exact way I was gonna go.
Yes.
That's
Yeah, where's the green tea at? We need some of that in his stat.
when you mentioned the stickers on the mailbox. I was like, I'm going to see if they have herbs from the human world in here. And then when they were like tea, I was like, bingo. This is amazing. Can I like roll for it or
Yes,
something?
absolutely. You'll add an extra 2 dice. No, yeah, boost because of your type feature.
Yeah, I got a boost. So would that be like a maybe like either a logic or a spirit roll? I would imagine.
Yeah, spirit sounds like it makes sense here.
Okay, and could I add one for perceptive?
Yes.
Nice.
That's a lot of dice.
God damn it.
Oh, no.
Boosted. Remember, it's 3.
Yeah, it is boosted.
I forgot about my roll being boosted once and did not count the 3s. I thought
Oh,
I
no.
failed.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
don't forget.
I
your
have
3s.
more. I have more than 2,000 channel points. Can I use those for a bond point to roll 2 extra die? Right?
Yep.
Heck yeah,
Okay.
using our own channel points for ourselves.
Yeah.
I was going to give
Chat,
them to
don't
you,
forget
so
you
now
can
I'm
use
using them
those.
for
Game
you.
the system,
Game the
guys.
system.
Chat,
No
don't forget
anger.
you can use your channel points to give us bond points.
Okay, 2 extra die, right?
Yeah.
For me.
Okay. That is 3 successes, but also 3 ones.
But also 3 ones. Perfect. This is gonna be great.
So
So
it goes.
you find
No, it's not.
it'll be great for me.
Yeah.
So on the plus side, you do manage to find a bunch of like herbs and tea leaves that you think should be like some really good calming and anti-anxiety tea. The downside is that at least half of them probably are the right thing. They look like 99% like they're the right thing, but they're probably like from the digital world, so they're not quite right. You don't know for sure if it's gonna work, but it should.
So that's
Okay.
where I'm gonna ask something.
Ooh, yes.
Because I was gonna go into the kitchen because Kaiden makes loose leaf teas for his mom at home. So he knows the herbs pretty well for tea. Would I be able to roll to make sure that they are the correct thing?
Yes, go for it. Roll. Add to Spencer's.
Yes.
Teamwork,
So
teamwork.
I am going. So spirit. Will roll. So that's, and I'm gonna add my newest talent of think first.
Ooh. I love that.
And that's it. That's all I can do. So it's boosted, right? Talent's
yeah,
boost.
should-
Don't
okay,
they don't
no,
add
it's-
die?
No, talent gives you
Oh.
extra die.
Oh, okay. Per rank, right? So it's
Per
one
rank.
extra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
per
okay,
rank
one
it's
rank.
1 die. Yeah.
Yes, my bad.
Cool.
I completely spaced
That's.
there.
Oh, no, you're fine. That's 2 successes with 1 6.
2 successes, 1 6. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So that is now basically 5 successes, and one of those is 6. I think that's good enough to balance out the multiple ones. As the two of you are kind of able to find the stuff that works and is not going to be toxic to humans or something.
Right.
Meanwhile, in the other room, Yokomon like has paws. So you're not sure how she's doing this, but using her tail, she has picked up the photo album and is flipping through it. As and you see like there's like a bunch of like there's a picture of first like a bunch of eggs. And then a bunch of those hatching into like just blobs, and you're like, look, this one here, it's Renamon. Look, isn't she so pretty? And you see this like it's just a yellow ball with like weird ears and it's kind of cat-like. It's very excited, kind of hopping in the air at the point the picture is taken, and then flips forward and like, and this was during her during her 5th birthday, and it's now slightly larger, and this during his 7th birthday, and then you see him now as a Renamon but smaller, looking extremely grumpy with like a birthday hat and surrounded by a bunch of the Beast Digimon there. She's just so precious. I love her so much. I haven't seen her in so long. Sorry?
I know why Renamon doesn't want to come home now.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
In Pride Month, Didi? In Pride Month.
But we already knew, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't
like...
know that mom's misgendered.
The mom does not.
Oh.
The moms so far.
We had no idea
called,
what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
assumed
assumed.
The mom situation. Look,
yeah, too bad they might not know. Renamon might not have come out to them.
Yeah, they might not know, so they may be doing it without knowledge. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Renamon did say specifically.
Maybe that's why he doesn't want to come home, because he doesn't want to tell them.
Renamon said that he doesn't know how they'll react to him not being the kind of person they think he is. So it's
Oh my god!
good...
I can't believe I didn't
No.
click when Renamon said that to Lucy.
Wow, not Renamon being the exact same way as Kaiden with that.
Yeah.
Actually, Renamon only told that to Spencer. When Spencer asked to meet his moms.
Yeah.
So only Spencer knows that. Yeah, that line was.
The rest of us were also just confused because they're using she pronouns, and we're like, "Is this a different Renamon that they're talking about?"
Yeah.
Lucy will excuse herself. She'll say, you've been such gracious hosts, and I appreciate you sharing all of this. Lucy gestures at the albums but does not look at them. And she says, if you don't mind, I need to get some fresh air for a few minutes. I'll be right back. And she excuses herself.
You're alone.
Of course, take your time. In the meantime, I'll show your friends all the rest. And this is so embarrassing.
I will excuse.
She goes out there on her and like, this is the most uncomfortable I've ever felt in my life, and I don't want to be here anymore. Lucy, you're dead to me now.
What Lucy wants to do outside is actually check on Renamon, realizing how completely awful this situation actually is. And the first thing she does is, why don't they know?
You see the ... typing, before eventually, outside, and Renamon like, oh, I'm outside, I can speak normally. And he's like, I haven't told them. I don't want to let them down.
Can I tell you something? I don't think you'll let anyone down if you're your authentic self.
But
the only person you really need to worry about letting down is yourself.
But I don't know that for sure, though. They're all like, this is they have this fixed image of who I am, and like they're always saying how they're so proud of me and like everything I'm learning, everything I'm figuring out how I'm taking after mom, both of them, and I don't know how they'll react to any of this.
But what if I was there supporting you? Wouldn't it be less scary with your friends? I mean, Spencer would totally back you. They adore you.
Would would they would it really be okay? I you sure? I
I
don't
don't know how your parents are going to react, but the two people I see inside are two people who love their child. And I genuinely feel like they're only being that way because they don't know. I could be wrong though. Can I roll? Can I roll an insight check to see if they are intentionally misgendering and being jerks?
Sure, absolutely, go for it.
Uh, could this be considered me attempting to help Renamon?
This is helping Renamon for sure.
Okay, so this
a big deal for
this
him.
is boosted. Would calming presence apply?
Yeah, Yokomon's so excitable all the time. I think it's gonna apply here.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. That's 3 successes with a 6.
3 successes, one of them's a 6. It is impossible to know for sure. Of course, you never know how these things go, and they can be very rough. But as
Yeah.
far as you can tell, like, I mean, these two like lesbian fox ladies seem to just love their child, and it is difficult to imagine them like actively like becoming terrible the second that they realize that Renamon is trying very much to just be his best self. You can't imagine it'll go that poorly.
Listen, I can't guarantee anything. I'm just a little girl from the human world. I don't know anything about how anything works. But I do know what love is, and I think your parents have a whole lot of love just on the other side of that door. And Lucy beats Renamon out of the device. And then she says, no more hiding.
Renamon, very like, very embarrassed, like, fine, okay, won't hide, as you kind of like gently
How tall
encourage.
is Renamon?
Taller than you for sure.
Like tall or
Tall,
what?
tall. He's like
Okay.
adult height.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I cannot guarantee anything, but I definitely felt a lot of love there. That's gotta mean something.
Eventually, so the two of you return. At this point, Yokomon has gotten to like the start of the awkward teenage years, and you see there's a photo of Renamon in like this like big like very like priestess garb trying to cast some kind of spell, and Yokomon's like, she's got a natural talent for it, you know, but she's just not confident about it. And I don't know why, but I'm sure she'll get there one day. I'm sure. I really believe in her. She's so smart. And Renamon enters. And Yokomon sees Renamon, like, oh baby, you're back, and just dives on him.
Oh boy.
God.
Renamon's like, Mom, please. Cubimon, Spencer, Kaiden, and Cubimon at this point are all also re-entering the room. As Cubimon is there, like, I was wondering when you would reveal yourself. You thought you could hide from me?
Mom's always no.
Mom's always
Fine.
no.
But-
Lesbian fox ladies.
Lesbian fox ladies. Renamon gets up and he looks really nervous. He looks at Spencer for a bit. It's like some kind of reassurance. He's trying to figure out what to say in between Yokomon pampering him.
Can Lucy strategically place herself so that Sakanamon's calming presence is there, so it like helps Renamon like calm down?
Perfect.
Yeah,
Renamon.
think-
Spencer will go stand next to Renamon.
Kaiden made an extra cup of tea,
Oh,
so they
Oh.
slide it to Renamon.
Yeah.
as everyone is able to like calm down, Renamon takes like a sip from his tea and looks at his two mothers, and like with his one free hand, you don't even think Renamon even realizes it. He's kind of like almost reaching to like grab Spencer's hand to like, please help me.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And he takes.
Spencer would love to hold his hand.
I would love to hold your hand.
Wiping it down. It's not sweat. I promise.
It's sweat. It's tea.
It's tea, of course.
I just washed my hands. I'm sorry.
So sticky.
he's
That's the
there.
granola.
He takes a deep breath and he's like, Mom, Ma, do you remember when the other time when those Leomon that Leomon that was traveling stopped by the village, right? And he was like this. He was really big and he had like a sword and he had all those cool scars and he had that whole speech about how if you apply yourself, you can be whoever you want. And Yokomon's still there like, oh yeah, he was really handsome. While his QBmon has picked up that something important's happening.
Bisexual fox lady.
I know. She has a mission. She has a goal.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Renamon's like, I haven't figured out all of who or what I want to be just yet, but I know that I haven't figured out all I want to be yet, but I know that who and what I want to be. A priestess is not. It's not it. It's not my thing. The outfits and dresses are cool and all, but not on me. Not my thing. I want to be the coolest, strongest, bestest man there is out there, and I'll do it whether or not it's okay. And I know that I'm supposed to take up after y'all when I finish, and I don't want to let you down or anything. And it's not my fault I'm like this. I just want to be okay with all of you. Is that fine? And Renamon is in tears. And Yokomon QBmon is taking a minute trying to process everything, and Yokomon's like also like crying a little bit. She's not like mad at him at all, so don't have to worry about that. But she's like tearing up, trying to figure out like, oh, this whole time, and it's like kind of catching up. It's like, when you digivolved, your voice like dropped. I thought that was just the way it was. Wait. And no, we've never had a boy in our family ever. It's always been girls. I didn't know, and oh, my baby. And Yokomon kind of rushes over and like just wraps herself around Renamon, who's like just ugly crying at this point and hugging his mom. QBmon is also like just thinking a lot, and looks at all of you here, and looks at Renamon, looks at you all again, and it's like, you all knew this? This is how Renamon introduced himself to you, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Kaiden's kind of quiet.
Oh. QBmon nods her head and is like, I suppose how did I not see this coming? And Yokomon, who's up until now seemed like the more ditzy one, is like, no, it's actually super obvious when you think about it now. Remember when we got like all those like dolls and toys and stuff, and then like he exclusively got like the Batman, the Gundam, like it checks out, and like then we got the Super Nintendo that time, and like he refused to like make a girl character when we were playing Monster Hunter. They just refused, like, and Cubamon's like, I noticed nothing. I noticed nothing. What?
Oh no.
they're having like both of them are catching up and trying to think like, oh, there's a lot going on. I don't know how to deal with any of this ever.
Lucy just kind of walks over to Renamon and says, "See, they really do love you."
Renamon is just ugly crying, like can't even speak properly. Yeah, but eventually after like kind of like finished like hugging and things, Yokomon looks at Renamon's like, no matter what happens, you'll always be my child, and I don't care what that is and how you do that. Yes, you won't be this shrine maiden or priestess the way we originally thought, but that just means you have a different path. And Cubimon, on the other hand, is engulfed in light and shapeshifts into a relatively human-looking woman who still has 9 tails and fox ears. And it's like, your training starts tomorrow, seeing as you have to catch up on your sword work then, if you're serious about the swordsman thing.
My wife!
Lucy checks like Renamon's
I
reaction.
died.
Renamon,
I perished.
Renamon is like still in tears, but is there like, especially at the point like your training starts tomorrow, and kind of like laughs to himself. There's a lot of like tear stuff, but there's this relief, like this weight that was on his shoulders the whole time is kind of lifted a little bit. You can kind of see why he goes all in on the world's greatest swordsman thing, kind of like that's like his escape kind of thing up until now.
So he loves Zoro.
He loves Zoro,
Mm.
110%.
And
Same.
oh, that's so exciting! I like actual training. Way to go, Renamon! And she offers like a fist to him, like a fist bump situation.
You know who would also love some sword lessons? Kaiden points at Spencer.
Yeah.
Cubimon looks at
I don't-
Spencer. It is true, you have a mighty weapon, and it seems to be made out of that trinket that my son here had.
Ah.
Yeah, it's a level 4 sword.
Cubimon kind of
I mean,
smiles.
We can stick around a couple of days. You can go train with them, Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
In any case, you'll probably be here for a little bit. I can try to make contact with Slash Angemon, but we haven't spoken in a while. I would have preferred to keep it that way, honestly. And Yokomo's like, oh, don't be such a spoil sport. He's probably at least slightly more mature by now, right? It'll be nice to see him again. We can have him for lunch, and he's cute. Even you admitted. And Kuma's like, no, I did not admit anything. This is slander. You cannot slander me like this.
Am I sensing a digipolycule? Are you teasing a digipolycule right in front of my
Yeah.
face?
Are we about to witness a couple coming together?
Who knows? Who knows?
Lucy just like is watching this whole thing, and she looks at Cubimon and Yokomon and says, "Well, I am not good with swords, but I am a healer of sorts. Perhaps there's something I can do while Spencer and Renamon are training in order to learn from your community."
Yokomon gets so excited when you say this and is like, do you want to learn some magic? Do you want to learn magic? You can stitch people together with dark and arcane arts, and it's really cool. Or just
I am very much a mundane, non-magical human, but if you could teach a human how to do that, that would be cool.
I mean, I've managed to. Yeah, humans aren't normally good at magic. There was that town though. There was like a bunch of like witches that lived there. That was a whole thing. I think there's a bunch of. Do those covens still exist? And Yokomon looks at Cubemon, and Cubemon's like, yeah, they're still quite powerful, even if they're not out in the open. And Yokomon's like, but yes, I can probably teach you something. If not, first aid works fine too.
That's my jam, and Lucy just smiles.
But
Could
oh yeah.
could I make a roll to like quietly get up without anybody noticing to walk outside?
Stealth roll, yeah. What would
So
this be?
reflex.
Probably reflex. That's what makes sense to me. Yeah.
Could I use my type feature because I'm technically concealing the truth of me getting up?
It's a stretch, bro. It's a stretch.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Yay. So that's boosted.
Stretch so hard.
Yo.
That's 3 successes with 1 6.
3 successes. Let's see who would even be. I think Renamon would actually pay attention to when you leave. Let's have him roll a thing.
Don't perceive me, Renamon.
I have the perceptive talent.
You
Don't
do.
perceive
feel-
me.
Do you
I
wish?
feel like
Perceptive.
Do you wish to roll a thing? What would this be? Brains?
I mean, on the one hand, I want Derek to get what Derek wants.
True,
But
true,
no,
true.
if you're
But-
trying to perceive me, try to perceive me. I don't give a shit.
I also feel like Spencer, because they just made the tea, and I do think Spencer wants to know if it's like doing anything. So they would be sort of like Loki keeping an eye on Kaiden, I think.
Fair. That checks out.
So what would that be?
I'll say brains, and you can add the whatever dice from perceptive.
Wait,
Brains?
I don't have
Logic.
brains, right?
Logic.
Spark has. Oh, of course, yeah. Logic, and then 1 for perceptive. That's 2 successes with 1 6.
2 successes with 1 6.
So that doesn't do it, right?
Not quite. It is 1 6, so you'll probably be the first person to notice that Kaiden has disappeared. Renamon got 2 successes.
Could I
so does not
also
notice.
roll?
Why not? Why
Could
not?
I
Go
also
squad.
roll? I feel like as Kaiden's best friend, Nico would
Yeah.
notice.
Yeah.
Nico has been paying attention. They've just been like, I'm gonna leave them to it for now. But it's also this is the second time in the same day, and that's not good.
Yeah.
Would I be able to use like I care?
Yes, if I remember the word in like.
Because part of it is protecting your true friends. So I feel like while it's not technically protecting, it kind of is.
I think it's close enough.
Yeah, it is.
I can't wait to roll nothing but zeros.
So-
I know that's not physically possible, but I feel like I will somehow.
3
I
sixes.
dropped one while I was rolling, so
Oh,
that's
no.
fun. That's 2 successes, 1 6.
2 successes, 1 6. Okay, so you and Spencer will notice quicker, but.
Oh wait, no, I
Nani-
boosted, so it's 3 successes with 1 6.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so you matched.
Yeah.
You matched me. Okay.
Nico, you are.
I was like, wait, no, 3 counts.
Unless Lucy's also going to roll, I think Nico is the only person that notices.
Would I be able to roll? I mean, I'm just kind of vibing with the moms.
True. I think.
Would
Yeah, I think it might probably makes more sense that Nico's rolling because it's Nico and Spencer because the
Yeah.
tea is literally passing to them. So yeah, Nico, you kind of see as in the middle of all of the hubbub around Renamon, Kaiden quietly kind of escapes out.
Nico is going to leave Arcade Ramon there. because he's not needed. That energy is not gonna help the situation whatsoever. I give him a pointed look so that he doesn't follow, and also leave, but not with the point of catching Kaiden up. Just like she knows that they know she's there, realistically.
Yeah.
But like they're not gonna approach unless Kaiden says something first. Like they're not gonna broach that until Kaiden is comfortable acknowledging that.
Fair, perfect. So you kind of like follow a little bit behind. Arcadiamon looks like he's about to immediately break and like follow you, but gets picked up by Cubimon, who thinks that he is the cutest thing ever.
I was gonna say if it wasn't the
Like-
Cubimon, it was
Like she's not
Naimon.
wrong. Yeah.
Naimon's
Naimon, like,
you're not going anywhere.
No.
Naimon just, we will have a problem if you follow.
And you know what? Nika will not blame her. Whatever she has to do to keep Arcadiamon in line.
That's
Kaiden,
funny.
you have escaped temporarily and are outside. The air is cool and calm. There's a slight breeze blowing through the air.
I think Kaiden kind of ditches the denim vest and the leather jacket and kind of lays them to the side and is just kind of sitting there in his tank that he wears. And he's, I think now the scar on his shoulder from the fight with Sorcerymon is showing, and I don't think anybody knew that was there. He's probably the first one of everybody to actually get hurt, which makes sense. He's the first one to run in, but I think he's just, I don't think he's crying or upset. I think that he did do something for him, but I think they're just, you see them staring in out into the sky, over the village. It's just, I think for once in their life they don't realize that Nico followed. I think they're so in their head at this moment. The ball's in your court.
I know. I've made this situation. I've loaded the gun and put it to my own head. The emotional gun. Nico is going to take off their baseball cap that they've been wearing this entire time. And the cap, that's their special item. And as they sit down in a really nonchalantly casual way, force it down onto Kaiden's head.
Are you Luffy Namiing me?
Yeah. And sit down next to them.
Oh.
That's so cute.
Wow, that blue
just-
screened me. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think Kaiden just leans over onto your shoulder and says, "Do you think that's how my mom would react for me?"
Nika gives a really big, deep breath sigh. I think that your mom is really cool. Okay, she has vaguely questionable taste in men.
Yeah, we can talk about that later. That's not
Yeah.
important.
No, that's not important. Not important. But besides that, she's really cool, and she cares about you. And I think if you ever did want to say something to her, that she would do anything to make you feel comfortable. She would do anything to make sure that you were okay.
Yeah. I don't think I feel as much as a dude as some people think I do. I mean, still pretty dude-like, but like in a punk way.
Which is the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I want to be more like Spencer. I don't really care. It's weird as an older teenager saying that I want to be like an 11-year-old. But I don't know. I think seeing Renamon talk to their moms kind of, I don't know. I just kind of understand that I don't really know what's going through my own mother's mind when it comes to me.
I mean, you haven't given her a lot of chance to tell you.
Yeah.
And that's okay. You know, it's not on you that she doesn't know. But if you haven't made it obvious, and this is something you're only just starting to figure out as well, Spencer's a pretty cool person too. Like,
Yeah.
appreciate their vibes so much. Be more like Spencer. That's just gonna make you more like you.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know my situation. I'm pretty similar in that sense.
Yeah.
You know, I don't feel strictly like a girl, but I still am for some parts of it. And I think acknowledging that now, while it's not great that's happened away from your support system and away from the things that you have in place to help you when you have these kind of thoughts, we're all here for you. And we can all help.
I don't think I'm away from my support system. I opened up to Lucy about my mom and dad.
Oh.
And about Julia. And I say that I lost my sister, but I didn't realize the person I had the entire time was already a sibling to me. I also forgot my anxiety meds for summer camp.
Right. Okay.
So I'm very heightened right now.
That explains
I
some
guess-
things that I've been seeing today from you, right?
Yeah. I guess in short, what I'm trying to say is I'm happy you haven't ditched me like other people.
Nico's gonna bump their shoulder against theirs a little bit. Like you could get rid of me. We spilt blood kicking Joey's ass. Like,
Oh yeah.
that
Fuck
bonds people. You're stuck with me, and I'm never going away.
Good. I wouldn't want it either way. And they'll hug you.
Oh. Yeah. Nico doesn't really like touch that much from people that aren't in like her circle, but like Kaiden is one of those few people along with her brother that instant, like, I wouldn't say melt, but like she softens.
Yeah. And I think as the hug goes on, Kaiden like enters themselves again, like them when they're not like fucking wired from not having their anxiety medication, just like, and if your brother makes you upset again, I'll punch him. He knows I will.
Nigga's gonna like
Not hard.
pretend to wipe away tears. Like, oh my god, that means so much to me. You have no idea.
Also, not in the face. He has to find a wife or partner somehow, and I guess
That's all he's got going for him. So, yeah.
Yo!
I would really appreciate it if you didn't ruin his face.
yeah. I mean, it's weird to think of your brother dating because he's such a fucking nerd. Someone
I
has
do
to
wonder
like
sometimes.
that.
Yeah, there has to be someone. I mean, there's someone for everyone, you know? The
Except for
saying
Joey.
goes.
No one for
Except for
Joey.
Joey.
No.
Fuck Joey.
Joey gets nothing, and he should be
No.
grateful for it.
You know what? Nope, that's a discussion for later. We just handled a lot of emotions. I'm not going to talk about what I was just going to talk about. Do you want some of the tea that Spencer made? It's actually really fucking good.
Sure. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does it seem like Spencer has a
No,
a
there's
crush
a
on
weird
Renamon?
amount of tension between them, and I really don't know what to do with it. It
Like, I
feels
don't know-
really strange.
I don't know
I
whether
don't know
that's
what.
like best
yeah.
friend or like crush territory.
And I can't. I honestly can't tell. I mean, I'm rooting for
That's
them
not-
either
yeah.
way, but I don't know what to do with it. It's kind of.
Could just let it happen.
I just watch. Yeah, just let it happen. Let it watch it. Keep track of
Yeah.
it.
Also, like, their moms are a lot.
Yeah.
Do we think that like Slash Angemon was like a thing between the two of them?
I feel like. Yeah,
Or
maybe.
they want it to be, and it's awkward.
Yeah, maybe one of them like did really want it to be a thing, and the other one was like really on the fence about it. Because from the sounds of
Yeah.
it, Slash Angemon wasn't that great back then. I mean, I guess we'll see when he turns up if they do get in contact with him.
Yeah, I'm also scared of Lucy learning magic from Yokomon because Yokomon seems like one of those scary goth chicks.
I feel
Compared
like
to,
she'll be
like-
learning some terrifying things, and I don't want that.
Yeah, but also like weirdly Cubimon like being like your training starts tomorrow was kind of hot, and I can see how Yokomon and Cubimon like the dynamic. Do I just want a buff sword person to just we'll tackle that later.
Yeah, that seems like another can of worms that we don't want to unpack right this second.
Yeah.
Let's do one really emotional, draining thing a day, and we can address your type in people another
I've already
day.
cried today, so that's my emotional thing.
Yeah, let's bottle that up for now. Not too long, because it never does to bottle things up, because otherwise you'll say something in the moment and it will feel really awkward, and everyone. It's not going to be great for everyone that's there to see it.
I promise though, if like a crush does happen, I'm not gonna be awkward like Spencer.
I mean, you have several years
I
on
don't
Spencer,
know.
so you can't really blame them for the awkwardness.
But
that's
also, like,
happening
I
right
can't
now.
promise that. I don't know why I'm promising that.
I will hold you to it, is the thing. If you promise me now that you're not going to be awkward and then you are, I do reserve the right to hold it over your head for at least a year. Yeah.
Yeah, I did
So
say
don't
it
make
already.
promises you can't keep.
I'm not gonna make that promise. Okay, let's go back inside.
Nico will remember this,
yeah,
correct?
So yeah, Renamon, like we could stay for a while if you wanted to, and like I would totally train in swords with you if you want to, but also like if you don't want that and you just wanted to be alone with your mom, that'd be fine as well. You just tell me what you need.
Renamon also gets so excited, like, yes, a training partner would be fantastic. You could stay as long as you like. It would be so great. I mean,
Hell yeah!
both of Renamon's moms are like looking at each other like, was he always like this? He's so happy and excited. What? But Cubimon will look at probably Lucy at this point and be like, I will send a message and try to get into contact with Slash Angemon. it shouldn't take too long for him to arrive. He is very swift and can fly, so that makes things easier. Until he arrives and you can figure out exactly what his affiliation is and if he can help with your problem of being stuck here. Until then, you can use this as your home and rest and recuperate.
Um,
Hell yeah.
your hospitality is very much appreciated. You've been so gracious to us. Um, I have a question.
Yes, yes.
Um, is there a place in this village? Actually, you know what? I'll ask. Yokomon, Cubimon, is there a place in this village where I might be able to do some reading, some research?
There is a library. It's quite comprehensive, actually. It's being. I'm friends with the librarian there, Montemon. So if you say that I sent you, then he'll let you access the extended, the private collection as well.
Okay, I'm gonna be hanging out at the library while everyone's training or whatever. Great.
Perfect. And with everyone kind of like all gathered again, with a lovely warm place to sleep and eat and train and read things and just have a moment where you're not. The solution is not to stab things for once, which is, that's nice. I think it's about there where we'll end this week's session. A lot has gone on today.
You're
Ooh,
welcome.
Yeah.
my heart. So much.
I bring the drama.
A lot.
Happy Pride!
Happy Pride. This is a perfect way to.
This was the Pride episode.
This is the Pride episode.
Oh,
Pride and I
Great
Miss My
Yeah.
Mom
episode is
episode.
what's up?
All right, everyone will do their lovely outros at this point. I'll start with myself. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. I have been your digital master, bullying all of my lovely characters. I am D, and I can be found on most places as Alphabet Sauce, talking about giant robots and tabletop games and music, or as Plan the Stand on YouTube. I hope to bring you more sessions of joy and fun stuff in the future. There we go. And I will go clockwise now, starting from Anne.
Hi, I'm Anne. I was playing Lucy Mendez, who was having a bunch of feelings and stuff, and surprisingly good at pep talks. You can find me on Twitter at XO_girlwonder, where I talk about stuff. Also, on twitch.tv/Bardic Inspiration Network, because that's my channel, and I do stuff over there. There's a link in the chat. Go click that. That's it for me. Thanks for watching.
Perfection. And we go to Derek.
Me. Hey y'all, I'm Derek. I use they, ze, and he pronouns. I've been playing the chosen child of the virtue of love who's been going through it this episode. You're welcome for that. I'm always known for bringing the drama. Just kidding. Sometimes I bring the comedy. Or the violence. Mainly the violence of Kaiden. But you can find me at other places on the internet at Derek Does RP. That's DERRYKDOESRP. Or Queers and Spears, which is my lovely AP, where we are currently running a rebellion campaign that will soon be entering its third arc. So we have like over 100 episodes of content. So enjoy. And that's it from me.
Perfect. And now, Taryn, if you please.
Hi, I've been Taryn. I've been Nico. Bringing my
Best friend.
my own person. Promise. I caused that for myself today. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, everywhere basically at Actual Raptor, where I'm mostly talking about anime, horror. Most recently, I was on a horror podcast. Shout out to Out to Get You, where we talk about queer themes in horror films. Talking about Alien, one of my favorite horror films. But yeah, I've been playing the loner, and I will be seeing you guys next week when we play more. And I hurt myself even more.
And finally, we have Casey.
Yeah. I'm Casey, and I've been Spencer, the wild child. Just me healing my own inner child one episode at a time. You can find me on Instagram at maybealter or at maybealter.com if you're into contemporary seasonal witchcraft combined with mental health and stuff like that. You can find me there.
Perfect.
That's all.
And with that, we will see all of you next week with a potential encounter with /Angemon, however that goes. Tune in next time on Digimon Restart.
Maybe
Bye-bye.
smooching.
Yeah, who knows?
Maybe that's why Nico and Kaiden fight.
Yeah, oh my gosh.